So let's be real. You do not need another perfect budget template or money hack to help you achieve your financial goals. What we really need and what is actually effective is self-discipline. Discipline is the quiet, unglamorous foundation to every smart money move and to building long-term wealth. It's what's going to keep you on track even after the motivation fades. And so today I'm sharing some key self-discipline tips that have helped me and continue to help me without me being perfect as I work on, my finances and building long-term wealth. So in today's video, I'm sharing practical, realistic self-discipline tips that I use that will help you stay on top of achieving your financial goals and building long-term wealth. And spoiler alert, this is not about being rigid. This is not about punishing yourself or depriving yourself. This is about being realistic and setting up systems and putting things in place to help you achieve your goals for real. Hi, my name is Bola Sokunbi. I'm the founder and CEO of Clever Girl Finance. I'm also the author of the Clever Girl Finance book series, the book Choosing to Prosper, and My Wealth Plan Workbook. Welcome to Clever Girl Finance TV. So let's talk about how I stay disciplined, how I have stayed disciplined to build wealth and continue to stay disciplined without being perfect. Number one, it is important to know your why and remind yourself often. Knowing your why, the reason why you want to achieve your financial goals, the reason why you want to achieve your life goals is incredibly important because this is what's going to motivate you to take those steps to paying off your debt, to saving, to investing, to pursuing your career advancements. Having a why is really important because that is your ultimate motivator when it comes to living life on your own terms and building long-term wealth. So do you want freedom from debt? Do you want flexibility to leave a job? Do you want to pay for your kids' college education in full? Those are all things that could be your why or whys that can keep you motivated and help you keep your eye on the prize. When your why is strong, staying disciplined becomes easier because you're working towards something that you truly and really want for yourself. So if you don't have a why, it is time to get clear on what truly matters to you and why are you working towards that. And this is not about what people want you to do or want you to accomplish. It's not about what your family wants for you, what society wants for you, what social media says you should be doing. This is about what truly matters to you, what's truly meaningful to you. Why do you want to have this thing? And that, like I said, is your motivator to pursuing building long-term wealth. Number two, another key to self-discipline for me is to automate everything that I can. Listen, automation is discipline's best friend. So if you can, set up automatic transfers to your savings accounts on the days that you get paid. You can also set up automatic bill payments so that nothing falls through the cracks and you don't forget to pay your bills on time. And you can also automate investments in your retirement or brokerage account. This automation or automating your finances allows your financial goals to happen by default and not by effort. And this just makes it easier for you to stay consistent with achieving your financial goals. And that, in a way, is a form of enforcing self-discipline. Number three, set spending rules that are realistic and actually work for you. Self-discipline isn't about saying no to everything. It isn't about not buying anything and not enjoying yourself. Instead, it's about having spending rules and boundaries that make sense for you and what you're trying to achieve. So you can try setting spending rules or spending boundaries like waiting 48 hours before you make an expensive purchase. That's a form of self-discipline. You can set a rule like you're not going to do any online shopping after 9 p.m. You're not going to browse the stores when you get into your bed, for example. Or you can permit yourself to have one or two guilt-free purchases once a month as long as you hit your savings goal for that month or your debt repayment goal for that month. It's all about setting these spending limits that will make sense for you and will keep you motivated, and having those limits and boundaries in place are a form of self-discipline, like I mentioned. Number four, another self-discipline tip that I love and that helps me is to track your progress every week. Discipline gets easier when you can see it working. So carve out time on your schedule, 15 to 30 minutes once a week, to go over your goals and see the progress that you are making. Review your spending, check your account balances, check your savings goals, your debt repayment goals, and your investment goals. And then celebrate your wins. You paid your bills on time. You met your savings goal for the month. You met your debt payoff goal for the month. You avoided an impulse purchase. You stayed on top of your budget. These are all things that you can celebrate. No wins are too small to celebrate. And once you're able to celebrate your accomplishments, small or big, you give your self-discipline a boost because you can see it working. Progress, even small progress, counts. It can be very motivating. And remember, you can't change what you're not tracking. So it's really important that you track your progress every week. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Tell your best girlfriends about Clever Girl Finance. Stop by the website clevergirlfinance.com. We have amazing content on our website. We have tons of articles. We have over 30 plus completely free courses and over 40 plus completely free worksheets. Check out the Clever Girls Know podcast, available everywhere you listen to your podcast episodes. I interview incredible guests every week on different topics, from savings milestones to debt payoff milestones to business, motherhood, and so much more. And then if you're looking for a resource to help you lay out a personalized plan to achieve your financial goals, to get you on the right track to building long-term wealth, check out My Wealth Plan Workbook from Clever Girl Finance. I created this workbook to help you lay out your financial goals with intention and work on them on an ongoing basis to achieve your goals and get to the point where you're living life on your own terms. You can find this workbook wherever books are sold. Okay, let's get back to the video. Discipline tip number 5 is to build a budget that is honest, not aspirational. A lot of us fail at budgeting because we make it too unrealistic. Your budget shouldn't be based on what you hope to spend. It should be based on your actual lifestyle and where you actually need to put your money to get through each month. So your core essentials, your non-essentials, and your goals: saving, investing, and paying down debt. That budget needs to be realistic and also flexible. Discipline doesn't mean pretending you're never going to shop again, and so you create a budget that doesn't have any accommodation for shopping. No, it's not going to work, right? Discipline is about offering yourself flexibility and giving yourself options and building the things you like to do into your budget, keeping your financial goals in mind. So when you're building your shopping into your budget, you want to create a boundary around how much you can spend, as opposed to not including it at all and believing that you're not going to want to go shopping when you know that you will. Give every dollar you earn a job to do, even your fun money. This way, you're staying in control of your finances and of your budget without feeling restricted and without feeling like you're punishing yourself. And discipline tip number 6 is to remove temptation, remove distractions before they start. So when it comes to setting boundaries and removing temptation and removing distractions, discipline is easier to maintain when you don't have those distractions or temptations in place to begin with. So especially when it comes to overspending and impulse spending, remove those shopping apps from your phone. Unsubscribe from those store emails, and then stay off social media if you're feeling vulnerable or emotional and wanting to spend money. This is you removing the temptation, removing distraction to begin with before it becomes a problem. Out of sight equals out of cart. And then finally, discipline tip number 7 is to build routines that will support your goals. So when it comes to self-discipline, is really about creating a rhythm and creating systems that are going to support that daily rhythm that you have created. So you're having your routines in place. So some things you can do to support your goals could include setting a weekly money date with yourself, where you go over your financial goals and the things you have done well, and you celebrate your wins once a week so that you can feel empowered, and then your self-discipline comes easier because you can see it working. You can do something simple like pack lunch the night before for a few days a week where you know you don't want to eat out. Or you can even start your morning by reviewing your top 3 financial goals as a way to stay focused and motivated on what you want to achieve. So you want to think about what systems can you put in place to help you support your goals. And also be mindful of your circle of influence, because you don't want people around you who are going to derail you or distract you from your goals either. Motivation comes and goes, inspiration comes and goes, but your self-discipline and building that self-discipline is what helps you stay focused long term. And self-discipline doesn't have to be hard. automate. It doesn't have to be punishment. Build your fun money into your budget, and it can actually be very rewarding, like I mentioned, when you see it working. So start with one of the tips I have shared today around improving your self-discipline and build from there. Are there any self-discipline tips that I have mentioned that you have implemented that are working for you, or are you going to be implementing any of these ones afresh? Share in the comments. I would love to know. Thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you next time.